teachers during this online session in the online system. So just copy this message and share with your peer teachers, invite them for today's live class on Teach Easy. The link has been pasted in the message as well. So they just need to click on this link and then they will be able to join the class as well. Hello, everyone. So just share your name, the teacher who just joined. Please tell us your name, which city you are from, and what are you expecting from today's session? Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, everyone. Great. Okay, let's move forward. Please keep sharing your name, your city, your expectation, and please copy this message. I'm again going to paste this message in the chat. Copy this message, share with your peer teachers in their WhatsApp group, and invite them for today's live class on Teach Easy. So let's move forward and let me introduce you to Teacher Class platform. So at a teacher class, our vision is to empower teachers to lead themselves and their classroom in the 21st century. How we do that? So if you go to our website, let me take you to the website as well. So if you go to the Google and type www.teachclass.org and enter, it will take you to this page here. And if you scroll down, you will see our three main components. First component is our tool repository, where we have curated 35 best teaching tool out of 200, which help teachers, support teachers to create an effective and quality classes with their students, build their understanding and learning and implement this tool into their classes as per their need. Second is our tutorials, where we have created short bite-sized tool tutorials on our curated tools who help teachers to get started at their own pace. And lastly, we have live classes. So if you click on live classes either here, or if you scroll up, you will find the live classes here as well. Just click on it and it will lead you to the sign up page. Okay, we already have shared the sign up button with sign up tutorial with most of the teacher, but I'm also going to paste the link here so you can see the tutorial that how you can create your account and sign up on this page. So as you can see, I already have created my account. So what benefit it gives me, I can check the upcoming schedule, whatever schedules are going to come. So today is the class. So I can just join this class. I can book directly from here. I can on home page, I can filter the classes as per my needs. So if I click on Kaushal sir and click on apply, I can see what are the classes Kaushal sir is going to take and I can book accordingly. As well as I can go to my profile. And in my profile, I can see what classes I have booked and I can check the details and I can directly join the session from clicking on this link. So that's how that's simple. That's how you can just simply make record of what classes you have signed up, what are upcoming classes, and you can join the classes directly clicking on this link. You can always check the details of timing and the date as well. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. So teacher who just joined, tell us your name, which city you are from, which school you teach in, and what are you expecting from today's session? Great. And if you haven't shared this message, I request the teachers to just copy it and share with your peer teachers, invite them for today's live class as well. Great. So I'm giving you a minute. So just copy this message and share with your peer teachers. Invite them for today's live class on Teach Easy. Okay. Thank you so much, teacher. Good afternoon, everyone. So let me share some of the instruction for today's live class. The teacher who already attended our class knows what are the instruction, but the teacher who are new here and attending our class for the first time. So we uh, record our session, our live session, to ensure that the teacher who missed the classes due to certain issue or want to revisit the class, they can watch this recording. Our recordings are available on our YouTube page. I will paste the link of our YouTube page as well. So, so to ensure the good quality, please keep your video off throughout the session so that teacher who are going to watch the live class will have a better experience. Please stay engaged, ask questions as many as you have, answers question if you know the answer, respect each other and use the chat for quality discussion. You can ask questions through chat. So please share your question in the chat box. We will take pause between the session to answer the question which you have shared in the chat. So please keep sharing your queries and question in the chat box, and we will take this question during the breaks as well. And if you're not able to hear the speaker, please click on join via audio button. Then you will be able to hear the speaker as well. Great. And yes, we are providing the certificate for today's live class as well, but there are basic conditions which you need to follow. First, you need to attend the whole session. Our session is for 60 minutes. So please attend our whole session. Second is you need to take active participation during the session. So we are going to share some links. We are going to share some activities. We will require that you will practice this tool during the live session. So please actively participate during the session so that we will be able to understand like how much benefit we are providing you. And please fill up the feedback form. So in the end, we are going to share a feedback form which help us to build the further communication with you. So these are three basic conditions which you need to follow. So please note down, and the teacher who become eligible for the certificate will get their certificate within 7 working days. Great. So let me run our first poll for today, which is, at this point, how comfortable are you with Teach Easy? So I request all teachers to please do participate and let us know how comfortable are you with Teach Easy. If you are using your mobile phone, what you can do, you can just simply swipe left and then you can see the poll as well. So please do participate and let us know at this particular point, how comfortable are you with Teach Easy? Have you heard about it at all, or you have used it and you feel very comfortable? So please answer as per your understanding and let us know how comfortable are you with Teach Easy. I'm going to wait for 10 seconds more. So please quickly participate and let us know how comfortable are you with Teach Easy. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, just a second, teacher. Great. Now let me end our poll and share the result. So as we can all see that the most of our teachers do not know about the Teach Easy at all, and they are here to learn about about the app from very basics. And there are some teachers who are pretty comfortable. So we have a diverse community. So the teacher who are pretty comfortable about with Teach Easy app will help us to answer some of the question or the query which other teachers has. And the teacher who are here to learn about this app at a very basic, this is a great platform for you to learn it and build a practice on it during the live session as well. So thank you so much, teachers, for participating in the poll. I'm stop sharing the result and we will move forward. Great. So let me introduce you to today's expert facilitator, Siddharth Nahar, who is a creator and a co-founder of Teach Easy. He has created this app considering the needs and require in the current situation where the teachers are taking classes or communicating with the student on online mode. And today he will teach us and share us that how Teach Easy helps teacher to uh, reduce their time in checking assignments and papers by this simple app and provide much more time to build engaging and fun activities with their students. So thank you so much, teachers, for participating. And without any further delay, I invite Siddharth Nahar. Siddharth Nahar, all yours. A warm welcome from all of our teachers.
All right. Hi, teachers. Hello to everyone. Thank you, Anuj, for such a brilliant introduction. Like getting the group, get started. So my name is Siddharth Nahar, and I am the co-founder of Teach Easy. I have another co-founder, Abhishek. We kind of started Teach Easy to help teachers basically do evaluation, do checking of the assignment or the exam copies they are receiving, right? So our journey starts about 6 months back, 6 to 7 months back, where basically teachers at our home and in our network, basically we were just talking to them, trying to understand how things have changed because of pandemic. And from there we realized, okay, there is a problem that we can solve, and we started building it. And with all the blessings that we have, we are able to serve more than 5,000 teachers right now. So more than 5,000 teachers are actively using Teach Easy to basically do their work. So without taking any more of your time, basically let me start with the presentation. Before basically I start my presentation, start my demo. All right, my voice is breaking. Okay, so I'll just turn off my video if to see that my voice becomes better. Can someone in the audience tell me if I'm audible now? Anuj, can you help me? All right, that's great. All right, that's great. So all right. So before I start my demo presentation, I want to know if any of your teachers were in the previous session where we discussed about Teach Easy's mobile version. And basically today we are gonna do a presentation demo of the Teach Easy's desktop version, laptop version. So I just want to know like how many teachers are attending it again, to basically understand if like they know about Teach Easy or not. All right, all right. So all right, I'll start my presentation. I'll share my screen. Just give me a second. I'm setting up my screen share. All right. So I hope my screen is visible now.
Yes,
So
Siddharth.
basically, to start with Teach Easy, just open the browser window. Like you can follow along with me. So I'll really go slow so that everyone can follow with me. So open Google Chrome. So basically, I've opened Google Chrome. You can open any browser that you are comfortable with, be it Microsoft Edge or Firefox. I am using Google Chrome. So on Google Chrome, just type teacheasyapp.com. So go ahead and type teacheasyapp.com. When you do that and hit enter, basically this will redirect you to our website, Teacheasy's website, right? So Teacheasy is present both on desktop and mobile. So if you are using, if you are on mobile, you can basically go ahead and install the mobile version of Teacheasy that is on Android. Or you can follow along with me if you're on desktop. You can follow along with me and see how TGZ works. So essentially, both desktop and mobile version works in a similar way. It is just that the device that you are using. So let's use the desktop version. There is this button, use TGZ web on desktop or laptop. We'll click on this button. So I hope everyone is following along with me. So when you click on that button, new window open where you basically see this interface, come in front of you. So now with Teacheasy, you can import your PDF files or Word files that teacher students have shared with you, and you can basically get started with checking the assignments in a very simple way, right? So basically, for the demo, let me just open a file from my device itself, from my computer itself. So there is this test file that I'm gonna open. So all right, so I'll just clear it. So basically, whenever you open the test file, whenever you open your file, it will open up like this. So basically, this is a demo assignment that I have created. So now TeachEasy is, now think of how would in physical world you would check your copies, right? Your student submissions. TeachEasy works exactly like that. So there are tools on the left hand side that you will see. There is pen tool, there is comment tool, there is ability to add marks. If you have done something by mistake, you can erase that. And there are 6 colors supported, right? So you can choose any color and use that. So I'll for now I'll keep using red. So let's say, like, we are basically checking the assignment, we have to underline, do a tick mark. Basically we can do that, right? So the app is really simple. We can even add comments. So basically, if you want to share some comments with your students, so you can do it simply. What I have done is basically just selected the comment tool, and then wherever I want to add the comment, I will click. And when I write it, basically the comment appears like this, right? Now, if let's say you want to zoom in the file, you can even zoom in. There is basically this option where you can zoom in the file if something is not visible to you. So a lot of teachers have actually asked for this, and this is a great feature that will help all the teachers here. Now, one more thing, let's assume that basically this is a file where basically students have submitted their exam copy, answer copy, and you have to give marks. So now, instead of having to manually write marks through pen, what you can simply do is choose the marks tool. Come here, like add, click wherever you want to give marks, and simply give marks. Simply give the number, and we'll basically create that mark drawing for you, right? In a similar way, basically, if there is, let's say, another marks that I'm giving 3 and 4. Now a great way, now like basically this is something that I call a magical feature for teachers, is that when you're giving marks, right, you don't have to auto total them, you don't have to total them. The tool does it for you. So in the bottom right corner you will see marks option, right? So basically this auto totaling is happening for you. And whenever you complete checking the whole file, you just have to go ahead and click save. On clicking save, we'll basically show this modal where we'll show the total marks. You just have to enter the total and click done. Just see, like the view is exactly as if you are doing a physical pen paper checking. So you can move the marks wherever you want, and then once you have added the total marks, go ahead and save. On saving, basically we will create the output file for you. And so one step basically which is not here is I am already logged in on TeachEasy. So if you are not logged in, if you are the first time user, basically you have to log in either through your email or your Google Gmail email ID, and then basically proceed. Once you do that, now you can download the checked file, right? So if I basically click on this, a file like the output file, the checked file will open in new tab. And see, I can simply go ahead and download the file from here. This is the download button. I can simply go ahead and download the file, right? Now, if I don't want to download, there is a way I can even save the file back to my Google Drive. So there is an option to save the file back to your Google Drive. I'll show this option in ahead. And there is even this option where you can send the file directly to your students via email. So just enter your student's email ID and hit send. Your student will receive the file directly in their email account, right? So this is what we have with TeachEasy. Now there are various other things that I want to bring I want to basically show you, and these are little known features that make the experience really good and fast. So now once you are done, let's say checking one copy, just open new file, right? Now here
Siddharth,
you will,
hello.
yeah,
Yeah, Siddharth. Sorry.
yeah,
Siddharth, yeah, just we can just can we take a pause? Like most of the some of the teachers are also asked like they have missed like wasn't able to understand that how to reach to the app. So we can just quickly show that how they can reach to the app, the desktop version.
all right, all right.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll repeat again. No problem. And this time I'll basically go a little slower. So basically, on your browser, basically if you are on your laptop or on your computer, open Google Chrome or any browser that you are using. Once you open that, you can enter teacheasyapp.com. So I'll just paste this link in the chat window as well. So just click on this link or basically open teacheasyapp.com. Right? Once you open that, basically this supports both the version for desktop, your PCs, your laptops, or for your mobile phones. Like if you're using an Android phone, you can simply download the app from Play Store, right? For like we are right now doing a demo for desktop version. So we'll click on this button, use Teach Easy Web on desktop or laptop. So when you click on here, a new window will open where you will see the way to get started with TeachEasy. Till now, if there are any doubts, any queries that teachers may have, please let me know and I'll basically address them. I'm also going through the chat right now. All right. Okay. So I've gone through the chat again. So I understand the queries now. I'll basically address them as I move ahead. So I hope everyone has opened this, basically have come to TeachEasy desktop, right? Desktop version. What you can do is there are various ways to open a file. You can open a file directly from your computer. If you click on this button, like basically this computer window will open up where you can select a file, right? You can also drag and drop a file. So basically if a file is present on your computer, you can drag that file and drop it here, whichever is easier for you. Basically we support both PDF and Word files. So if there are Word files that your students have shared with you, you don't have to do anything to convert them to PDF. Just bring the file to TeachEasy, upload the file to TeachEasy, and TeachEasy will support that. So PDFs and the Word files. There are two more versions that basically help you to bring the file to TeachEasy. There is a direct option to import a file from Google Drive. So assume if your students are sharing the files to you, let's say on Google Drive, or if you are using a Google Classroom, right? In Google Classroom, all the files that students are submitting directly go to your Google Drive. So let's see how Google Drive works. So click on the Google Drive button. A window will open where it will ask which account do you want to use. So I will just use my account right now. You can use your school account or personal account wherever the files are coming. Once you do that, all the basically files and folders will be visible to you, right? and you can basically go through those files and select whichever you want to check. So this is the test file I'm going to select. So once I do that, I basically get this test file in uh, basically in TeachEasy. Basically, this is another test file that I'm bringing from a Google Drive, and that is why there are some highlights there. But you will basically see the fresh file that will open up in your browser. Now, I have told you already that there are all these tools on the left hand side which you can use. Now there are two ways to enable those tools. First is you go to those tools and click on that tool, right? And then basically do your work. Now let's say I have done my pen markings, I want to add comment. Now one way is to go back to the comment and click here and then enable it. Another way is that we also support keyboard shortcuts, and this is a little known feature that I want to bring in focus to you. So do you see this underline under C, right? There is underline, which means if I press C on my keyboard, comment is enabled, and I basically can write comments again. See, it is really that simple, right? If I press M, I want to give marks. See, my mouse is here. I'm pressing M on the keyboard. See, the tool has changed to marks, and basically I can now enter marks. Let's say 4, right? And it is as simple. If I want to erase, I will press E. Any like the letter that is underlined, that is the keyboard shortcut. I'll press E. Eraser is enabled. I will just remove anything that I want to remove. Right? This is how it works. Now assume I want to save the file. I want to give marks. I press M and I am giving marks. Someone was asking, can we give decimal marks? Definitely we can give decimal marks. 3.5. I can write that and press enter. See, decimal marks are also supported. Now, one thing that I basically shared before and I want to bring to focus again is when you are giving marks, you don't have to keep the total in your mind, right? The tool will do for you. TeachEasy will do for you. TeachEasy will auto total your marks. When you are saving it, we will show the total marks. You just have to enter the total out of the student is receiving the marks and click done. On that, we will basically create this drawing of the total marks on the first page at the top, and I will then go ahead and save it again. On saving, it will take like basically 1 to 2 seconds to save your work, and then I can choose those options again where I can send the file to student. I can download the file and send it to the student. There is one more thing. Basically, let's say if you are if your student is on WhatsApp, assume that, or any chat platform wherever you communicate with your students, you can copy this file URL. So this is a file URL. You can copy this and you can send this file URL to a student. So rather than having to download the file, saving it in your computer, then sending to student, what you can do is you can copy the file URL, and basically this file URL will directly open up the file for student. So essentially you don't have to download the file, and the file is basically downloaded on your behalf by the student, right? Another thing that I want to show is you can save the file back to Google Drive in single click. What does this mean, right? So assume like right now we basically imported a file from Google Drive. I want to save the file back again to Google Drive and I want to update the original file. When I click this option, right, it was unclicked. When I click this option, I just have to save to Google Drive. Click on save to Google Drive. I click on this option. The checked file is now saved to your Google Drive, and you don't have to now import the file back to Google Drive. So I hope teachers have understood this part. If not, basically I will repeat the whole process again. I will come on my chat window and see how it is, how teachers if have any questions. So yes, so basically I have told various ways where you don't have to download the file. So Manisha ma'am was asking that basically it will take a lot of computer memory. So in that way, you can just copy the file URL and send it back to the student, right? Okay, I can see there are various queries. What I'll do is I'll repeat the process again, but I'll now use OneDrive. So a lot of teachers basically mentioned that they're using Microsoft Teams. For Microsoft Teams, all the files usually get saved in your OneDrive, right? So now there is this integration with OneDrive as well. Right? In OneDrive, what you have to do is if the files are in OneDrive folder, right, Microsoft OneDrive folder, just click on OneDrive, select file. So it will ask you to log in via your OneDrive. I'm already logged in. So basically I'm seeing the screen, right? When I logged in, basically I'll choose whichever file I have to check. So I can simply choose the file. So this is the test file I'm going to open, right? And these are the previous markings that we have already seen. What I'll do is I'll just remove them. So there is one more like feature that I want to bring in focus is that let's say you are rechecking, you want to restart your work. Instead of erasing one annotation at a time, what you can do is clear them all at once, and the file will be like ready to start from zero, like from fresh, right? So now here we are. I will repeat the process again. So just like a teacher does, a physical pen paper checking, the app exactly works like that, where there are tools on the left hand side. What you have to do is enable those tools and then do the markings on the student submission. So let's say I want to enable pen. Either I go to pen tool, I click it, and that is enabled, or I can choose. Hello. Sorry. I can choose pen tool from pressing P on my keyboard. When I do that, pen tool is enabled, and then I can do the markings just as if I want. Right? Just see how simple it is. I am just using a mouse right now. You can, if you have a writing pad, a lot of teachers may have like an external trackpad. That will also work. So if they are having external pen to write, that will also work. I am using a pen tool right now, right? I have to now give comment. I can click on comment tool, enable it, or basically like I'll just write a comment here. Or let's say I'm on pen tool, I can even enable by C. C is for comment, which is underlined here. I'll press comment C. The comment tool is enabled. You can give contextual feedback to students rather than having to share like not being able to share any comments or having to share it on the file, right? And now I want to even give marks. Assume it is a quiz. I press M. See, marks tool is enabled. You see this icon 1 2 3 4, right? You just click wherever you want to give marks and just give, like, just enter the marks. It supports decimal marks as well, so you can give 3.5 or 0.5 or whatever, right? When you hit enter, the marks will be basically pasted here. Just see, wherever you click, the marks are being shown, right? So on now, once assume as a teacher you are done checking the copy, right? Now basically, um, the magic feature that I call again and again is that as a teacher, Teach Easy saves you a lot of time, and it basically is very convenient to use. It works just like how would you do a physical pen paper checking. And when you are basically saving your work, Teach Easy auto totals the mark for you. So you just have to enter the total marks and click done. See, the total marks is now pasted at the top of the page, right? Once this is done, I'll save it again to save my work completely. And I am now on like this page. Like I basically now have the option to download the check file or copy the file and send it to the student. This is the file URL. Copy it and send it to the student so that teacher doesn't have to download the file, and it will save them space. It will save them memory. There is even an option to save it to Google Drive. So if you want to save the file to Google Drive, in single click you can send back the file to your Google Drive, right? Or you can send the file to your student via their email ID. Just enter their email ID, click send, and the file will be sent to your student on your behalf by your name. So all right, so this is it. Like this is like the uh, complete demo of what TeachEasy does for you. I am now, I'll now take up any questions or any queries that teachers may have, or
Yeah.
if you want me to focus on some particular topic, please let me know. I'll repeat it again.
So yeah, so Siddharth, there are a few questions. Let me share some few of them.
Yeah.
So teacher were asking like, is it possible on TeachEasy to provide the grades as well? Is it possible?
Yes, that's right. So let me share my screen again. So what I'll do is I'll continue editing. So let's say I make any changes and then click save. All right. So just a second. Let me just delete this thing for now. The total marks. I'll delete the total marks and I'm gonna save. Now see, there are two ways I can add total marks. There is even option for add grades. So if a teacher wants to add a grade, a, like let's say A plus, for example, they can add a grade, click done, and the grade will appear here. So is was this the query that teachers were asking?
So they were asking about the grading. Is it possible to provide grade on TeachEasy? Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, this is the grade basically that we have added. Uh, if a like whosoever has asked this question, they can unmute and ask it if I have to clarify more.
So yeah, we will take few more questions, and in the end, we will ask teacher to unmute themselves if they still have the query. I think that
Sure.
will be much better.
Sure.
So there's another question with Shruti Chawla. She asked that is there any option to add teacher stamp? Like it's showing that who checked this paper and what at what time and date. Is it possible on? Uh,
Uh, that is a really good feedback. Thank you, ma'am, for this feedback. Right now, it is not possible on desktop to add that stamp. What you can do is basically use the comment tool to basically add this date. For now, this is a side hack that basically I'm talking about. But I'm taking your feedback, and what I'll do is I'll enable this. I'll basically enable it really quickly, where you can add your signature, and with signature we can even add the timestamp. We can definitely do that, and we'll do it really fast. So when you add the signature, we'll show the signature up top, and then you can basically choose to add date and time. Does that answer?
yes, thanks. Abrami ma'am has asked that is it possible for we can correct the image as well? Image correction is possible.
All right. So, ma'am, for image correction, basically the thing is, it is supported on our mobile app. Right now on desktop, images are not supported. It is in progress. So basically, within a week's time, we'll be able to support images as well. Right now, only PDF and doc files are supported, which means that if you are using desktop app, there are various websites online where you can convert your images to PDF. That is an additional step, I understand, and for that reason I'm saying basically within 1 week we'll support images as well. But till then you can convert your images to desktop, oh sorry, to PDF, and then use TeachEasy. Or on the mobile app, images are supported, so then you don't have to do any conversion. Just select those image files, and we'll basically work with images as well. So mobile app supports images, desktop app will support images in some days.
Thanks, Siddharth. Uh, One of the teacher also asked that like can we correct maps on TeachEasy? Is it possible?
Sorry, can we correct?
Maps, like if there are maps assignment, can
Right,
it
yeah, definitely you can do that. So like maths, all kind of assignments are supported on TeachEasy. which means that basically you just have to import the file, and then you can write on top of the file very easily. So you can add comments, or you can use the pen tool to basically write on top of the file and then do correction.
Great. Manisha Samal has asked that will it take a lot of space in computer memory when children sends their PDF? Will it take a larger space?
That's right. So I think I answered this query before. I'll answer it again. That if the students are sending you the files, what you can do is basically, if they are saved on your computer, just check them once, and then later you can delete all the ones together. For sharing the file back to student, if you don't want to download the checked file, you can either send the file URL to the student directly, just in single click. Second way is you can save the file to your Google Drive and then send it back to student. Third thing is basically you can email the file to your student, which means you don't have to download the files.
Okay. Thanks, Siddharth. Another question is that can we save the file class-wise in Teach Easy app? Is it possible to save it?
All right. So basically, like we support the class version in the mobile app. The class version in desktop app will be launched soon. So it is almost ready. 90% of the work is already done. And what will happen is basically on this dashboard, we will basically show a class box here, and you can create a class, invite your students to, Teach Easy, and they'll be able to directly submit to you. So this is a really good question, because I kind of missed the point of class. So I'll take another 2 minutes. Basically, what will happen is on TGZ desktop we'll release the class version very soon, which means that from here you will be able to create a class. You will get a class code that you will share with your students. Using that class code, your students can join your class, and then they can submit you directly to TGC, which means it will also save space on your computer, or on your device. All the files will be in cloud. You don't have to download any file, and basically it will show up right in front of you. I can show you a quick demo of how it works on mobile. So mobile version is already supporting class feature. On desktop we are basically getting it ready. So just give me like a second. I'll share my screen to show you the class. So I hope my screen is visible right now. So this is the mobile version of how class is there. Basically, you can create a class. It will be similar in desktop as well, and that is why I'm showing you. You can create a class, enter class details. You will get a class code that you can share with your students. Once basically you share the class code with your students, this is the student version where students will join the TeachEasy platform. They will join the class with your class code, and then they'll be able to submit the files directly to you. And basically all these files are in the cloud, which means you don't have to download them. All the students will be visible to you in the class. All their unchecked files and checked files will be visible to you in the class, and the app experience is exactly like that. So yeah, so this is how class works. I want to add another point. Basically, last week we had like a demo for mobile version of TeachEasy. So if any of you want to basically see that, we have recorded that session. And Anuj, can you just share the YouTube link with all the teachers here? If they want to see the mobile demo version, they
Sure.
can see it on YouTube.
Sure, sure. Just give me a second.
Yeah. So I hope I have answered the queries till now.
Yeah. So there are a few more queries.
Yeah.
Should I share?
Yeah. Please go on.
Yeah. So one of the teacher has asked that URL will be sent through mail, like will URL can be sent through mail, like the papers
Yeah. Yep.
that.
So basically, on the email, the file URL will be shared with the student directly, and once they receive the mail, when they open the file will open in their browser, just like basically it is like you are sending it to them.
Great, great. Uh, okay, okay. There are few queries regarding the shortcut one. So some of the teacher were not clear about how the shortcut works. Can you quickly
Okay.
show that? Yeah.
Yes, I will do that. I'll do that. All right. So basically, we'll open a file. So the file is open. I'll just open it. Like basically, this is the new file. How shortcut works is basically on the left hand side, all the tools are there. You will see pen tool, comment tool, marks, eraser, right? So on pen tool, there is this underline under P, which means if you press P on the keyboard. Now I cannot show my keyboard right now, but what I am doing is pressing P on my keyboard. You saw the change in this color of pen, right? Which means the pen tool is enabled. Now, if I basically do some drawing on the file, just see. So the shortcut works like this, where whatever character that you press for basically underline character for that tool. So for okay, so one more thing that I can share is there is a quick toolbar for help toolbar for keyboard shortcuts. So if you press on this, like there is this thing on your left bottom keyboard shortcuts. If you click here, all the keyboard shortcuts will show up, right? So for pen, it is P, comment C, marks M, eraser E, and so on, right? So for comment, it is C. What I'm doing is I'm not going to the toolbar to enable comments. I'm pressing C on my keyboard. See, when I press C, this toolbar changes for comment, and I can write comment. So what I've done is basically I have clicked. I am clicking from my mouse here, right? And then I'm adding a comment. Just see. When I add comment, I press enter. The comment is appearing. For grades or marks, basically I press M. M for marks. See, the marks tool is enabled now. And wherever I want to give marks, I will click there. I will give marks and press enter. When I do that, the marks are basically given, right? In a similar way, let's say I am giving more marks, right? As a teacher, you don't have to total these marks, right? Teach Easy will do it for you. When you are saving, let's say you are done with all the work, right? You just have to go and save the file. If marks are given, we will show this modal, we will show this pop-up where we will ask for total marks. Just enter the total marks, for example 10, and click done. See, the total marks is now on the screen. You can place it anywhere you want. I was like someone was asking, like a teacher was asking about signature and timestamp. So for now, what they can do is use the comment to basically give date and time. Right now, we'll enable this very soon. By the way, right, and then click save on completely saving your work. You can then basically send the file to student by downloading this file or sharing this file URL. You can save the file to your Google Drive and then send it to your student, share it with your student, or you can send this checked file directly with your email. Like there was one query, what if I delete that file? uh, no worries, ma'am. If you're deleting your file from your computer, the file will still basically this file URL, the checked file will still basically be active, and students will be able to see those files. So, is it okay now?
Yes, yes, Siddharth. So we will going to take more questions, but before that, let me launch our second poll for today. So after the session, like after this exploration, and Siddharth show us how we can use the desktop version of Teach Easy app and how it helps teacher to reduce their time in paper checking and give more time in teaching. So please let us know that how comfortable you feel now with Teach Easy app, and how satisfied are you with session. So please do let us know. Just answer your understanding, current understanding on the poll, and let us know how comfortable you feel with Teach Easy and how satisfied are you with session. So Siddharth, we will take more questions.
Or
Quick one is that, can we refer to the same file later?
sorry, I missed it.
Uh, so one of the teacher has asked that, can we refer to the same file? Like they have checked it, they have checked it and save it. So how they can refer it to later? Like how they can say it again? Like from
So
where they can?
basically, yeah. So basically, what will happen is wherever the teacher has saved the file, let's say they have downloaded the file, they can open the file. It will open up in their PDF viewer. Else, basically, if they upload the file again, the original file again, all the check work will be basically in front of them.
That's great. Siddharth. Neha Behel ma'am has asked that, in send through link, will a copy be saved for a teacher as well? And if yes, where?
All right. So this is a real good query. At this moment, what happens is the file directly goes to student only. What we can do is we can create like a setting where we can ask whether a teacher also wants to receive the copy of the email. This can be done really fast, and we'll get it done. This is a good feedback. Thank you so much. I'm
Yes.
by the way, to intervene, I'm seeing, like, I'm going through the chat and I'm seeing a lot of teachers have asked for Microsoft Teams.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll basically come back again and basically share how Microsoft Teams will how teachers who are using Microsoft Teams will be able to work. So for Microsoft Teams, basically OneDrive is the place where all the files are saved. So OneDrive is just like Google Drive, but it is of Microsoft. So all the files that are basically shared by your students come to OneDrive, and you can select the file from OneDrive. You just have to click on OneDrive, and you will see all the files that are submitted to you, and you can select any file that you want to check. If you are not able to find the file, what you can do is you can download the file from your Microsoft Teams right now, and then upload it to TeachEasy. It is a simple step, just in single click. Basically, all the downloaded files will be shown to you, and from there you can select the file. A tight integration, I mean basically a direct integration between Microsoft Teams and Google Classroom. It is already being worked upon. So probably in couple of weeks we'll be able to launch that, where when you connect, like after that release, you will be able to connect Google Drive and Microsoft Teams directly with TeachEasy. Then there is no need to upload a file or anything. Just connect them. You will see all the files. You can start working on those files right inside TeachEasy. So I hope I answered like the Microsoft Teams thing.
Yes, Siddharth. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
So there's more question. It's like Namrata ma'am has asked that, if there are 40 students, suppose there are 40 students, so then we need to paste 40 links, or is it possible to send it through Excel sheet at once?
All right. So there's a good feedback for us. At this moment, every file is basically stored in a unique URL. So you have to share the unique URL. But like in future, what we can do is we can basically club all the files together. And a better solution is the TeachEasy class that I was talking about. In couple of days, basically we'll release the TeachEasy class version. What you can then do is create a class on TeachEasy and invite your students to directly submit on TeachEasy. That way, no file management is required, no student management is required, no downloading of the file is required. Everything is handled on TeachEasy.